Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So we're going to start with primer. I'm using the Hangover RX primer, and basically I'm just spreading that all over my face. Next up, we have the e.l.f. Putty Primer to fill in those pores. You know, we got a lot of them, and a little bit of this product does go a long way, so you don't need as much as I grabbed. Next, we're going to color correct with the NYX color corrector in the shade medium to cover those dark bags. To cover my face, I'm going in with the It Cosmetics CC cream in the shade medium, and sorry that my bottle is really messy. To blend it out, I'm using the foundation brush also from It Cosmetics. I also like to use a cream bronzer as well as a powder bronzer, so this is the Jordana Sculpt and Go Creamy Contour Stick in the shade medium. For concealer, we're using the Tarte Creaseless Concealer in the shade 325 Medium Sand, again to cover up those bags. Fun fact, this is also waterproof, so if you guys want some waterproof concealer, this is really good. And I'm also blending it out with a Morphe E8 brush, if you guys were wondering. For powder, I'm using the Catrice Prime and Fine Mattifying Powder, which is also waterproof, and this is the transparent shade. And to apply the powder, I'm using the e.l.f. Blush Brush. For eye primer, I'm using the NYX Glitter Primer. This is like the only thing that I find that works to make the James Charles palette from Morphe actually not patchy, if that makes sense. So I'm actually going to set the primer because it is very sticky. I'm going to use the shade Canvas from the James Charles palette using the concealer buffer brush from Vasanti. Going in with our first color, I'm going to use Pinkity Drinkity on a Morphe M504 brush to start my transition. With the same brush, I'm going to use the color Skip to add more color to the crease. Using the Morphe M441 brush, I'm going to go in with my next color called Love That. To start my halo eye, I'm going to use my Marc Jacobs Accomplished Concealer in the shade Light 23, and I'm going to apply it with the Morphe R42 brush. Here I switched to my Morphe M170-4SH brush to get more detailed. For the color, I'm going in with a pigment from GetLenny.com in the shade Byram Bay. I'm also using my Morphe Continuous Setting Spray to wet the pigment so it sticks onto the eye better, and it also gives it a more vibrant look. And I'm applying the pigment with the same Morphe M170-4SH brush from before. I'm also using the same Morphe M441 brush to buff out the edges a little bit, and I'm also going to use my finger to further apply the pigment to give it more pop. To further darken the crease, I'm going to use the shade Escape from the same palette, and I'm going to be using the Morphe M322 brush to apply. For my waterline, I decided to go in with some black Urban Decay liner in the shade Zero. To add a pop in the inner corner, I'm going to use the ColourPop Super Shock Shadow in the shade Birthday Wish for their 4th birthday. Boom, we're done with the eyes. Look at that transition. Next up, we're going in with a butter bronzer from Physicians Formula. And the brush I use is a Morphe E4. To contour my face, I'm going to use a Smashbox contour palette in the contour shade using the same brush. For my highlight, I'm going in with the Lunar Beauty Moon Prism Powder Highlight Powder in the shade Venus using my Morphe MB40 brush. know who allowed me to be this glowing, because this highlight is blinding. Wow. For blush, I'm using the Pretty Vulgar blush in the shade Prim Vixen. For this powder, you only need a little bit. And for the brush, I'm using this random brush that I got from Marshall's. And for brows, I'm going to be using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz in the shade Dark Brown, if I can get it going. And to set my hairs in place, I'm going in with the iconic e.l.f. Clear Brow Gel. For lashes, I'm going to be using the Maybelline Snap Mascara Mascara in black and this random eyelash curler that I have. For lip liner, I'm going to be using a Morphe one in the shade Foolish. Finish off the lips, I'm going to be using a ColourPop lip gloss. I don't know the shade because the name rubbed off. That's it, guys. I hope you guys like my look, and don't forget to subscribe, like, and leave a comment down below.